And, Coach, we find ourselves due east from our nation's capital at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Bears and the Washington Redskins. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports.
We play to win. Let's go. Ready. 60 outlaw. Mike 58 right there. Let's go. Switch.
Throwing now, Haskins on first down. Got a man, it's Brown. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8.
58 to Mike. I'm here all day.
3rd down. Here's Haskins. This one complete into the hands of Higgins. And they work this well upfield across the 45. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
He'll get 3 up to midfield.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
I'm coming after you.
Mike 40. I got him.
From midfield now, Haskins. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
And he finds McLaurin. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 31-yard line.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in this paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31, as they line up 2nd and 10. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Haskins. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 12-yard line. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far in the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
Guys, it's game situation. Let's go.
Tight dog. Let's go.
They'll run on first down. It's Brown down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. They go with Brown. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Redskins take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point up and through. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Got it.
Max 50, Max 50.
61, match box, white. Bravo.
On 1st and 10, Lawrence. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 14 yards in a Chicago first down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Now the 2nd down throw on target. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
Ready, set.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Operating from the gun. Lawrence. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Now a throw here to his running back. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 14 yards in a Chicago first down.
Let's go. 60 outlaw.
Man, I got you. Man, I got
Smooth. Shoot.
Throwing on first down. Lawrence. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
you. You better get in the weight room, son. I'm too strong. Too big for you.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring us to the end of the first quarter.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a game that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lawrence. And Tate's got it. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back.
Hey, my 7. Watch the snap.
From the gun, Lawrence. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Montez Sweat, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further. It'll be a gain of 4, but it'll bring us now to a third and goal.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw, and that will be incomplete. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while, but when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Redskins take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
The Redskins have the first down on a pickup of 18.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. Haskins looking to throw on first down. This will be caught by Brown. Not able to go anywhere that time. Second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's second and 10. Running right, here's Brown. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Ready, 60 out low. Coming to you. Right. He's tied right here.
Now Haskins. This pass complete to Higgins. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That one goes for 24 yards. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it second and 9.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. On second and 9, Haskins. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Khalil Mack has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Now Haskins, 3rd and long. And the pressure gets to him again. Bilal Nichols in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. It'll be a 20-yard gain on the play. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception #1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
On 2nd down now, it's Brown. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. They'll run. This is Brown. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down. They go play action with Haskins. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The sack there by Roquan Smith.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now it's Haskins. Over the middle here to Brown. And he'll take this from one 47-yard line to the other. A gain of 6. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
The one with the dive look that time on defense just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. And they're going to be waiting for him as they get him behind the line. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. Fighting room at the 30, and all the way up to the 33-yard line. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen, and he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Let's go now. 60 Pittsburgh.
15, check back 15. I want that. Give me
Five. Get ready.
To throw on 3rd down, Lawrence. He completes it to Tate. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now a give, right side, Brown. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
They go right back to the ground here, and Brown. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. second down. Haskins. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they look to throw. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. They've done a good job on these receivers, pretty much held them in check. They're a little too close for comfort.
And you're always looking for a play to get you going, right? You're looking for someone to make one. But maybe this penalty, this pass interference call, that can help shake them loose.
On first down, it's Haskins. They'll roll him out right. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll be a second down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
On second down, it's Brown. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
He's checking crack.
From the gun on 3rd down. Haskins. Open man is Higgins. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
36.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Loss of 2 brings up 2nd and goal at the 7-yard line.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. Jim.
That's it. 58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike. Yo. Tighten up. Pull it together.
Right back to Brown. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there. With touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Topper!
Watch the whip. Let's go.
2nd and 6. It's complete. It's Miller. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. This quarterback now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, And that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Go, go.
Throwing again. Lawrence. And that is incomplete here. He was trying to find Anthony Miller there. And it's 3rd down.
Incomplete. It's 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
80 weapons, they go.
On 3rd down, a run with Cohen. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much for the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, I'm not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, they want to ride him down the stretch. He should have fresh legs.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 15. Completes it to Miller. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They'll try and run for it. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Back to throw. Lawrence dancing to his left. He's going to take off with it, and he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
On 2nd down now. It's Cohen, and brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Tariq Cohen with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now a carry for Brown. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Well, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, first and 10.
22. Check. 25. Check 25. Check 25. 58, boys. 58. 58 seconds.
Throwing now, Haskins on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. Nothing there, no gain, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 15.
It's now 3rd down and 1.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Check 3. Check 3. 52. Tighten up. Tighten up. Tighten up.
They keep it on the ground. Again, it's Brown. There he goes inside the 30. And he's finally down at the 21-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
On first down, here's Love. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Bryce Love, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Now the Redskin offense will stay out there and go for 2.
Watch the slack. Watch the slack. Watch the slack.
Looking to throw, Haskins. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
You. Get it.
To throw again, Lawrence. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against his zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle.
Let's go.
A gain of 13 yards.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Looking to throw. Lawrence. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there. Hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call. And you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all of that yardage. That would be a big play.
Meanwhile, in Nashville, they're on to the 4th quarter now. And pushing up their lead, the Titans have scored again. If they hold on, it would be win number 10 for them on the year. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Montez Sweat in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. He's going to let it fly. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. But the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up 4th, now it's 1st.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
Mike 50.
Hey, watch your leg.
Recon, 132 fighter. Hey, Haywood.
Operating from the gun, Lawrence. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. Matthew Ioannidis in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Lawrence. And he's got it. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. The Redskins now going to use the 1st of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. They'll run for it with Tariq Cohen. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point, as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
Now a run on 1st down is not going to get off the ground, as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. They'll keep it on the ground. Brown, and he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop him with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Now a give, right side, Brown. And this will not get close to the 1st down marker as he's brought down at the 26. Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the 4th. Hard to believe.
Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yep. Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10. Now it's Brown. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11.
It's a loss of a yard, bringing up 3rd and 12.
The last 2 plays each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. So a victory here for the Washington Redskins. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally